when I was in college, he was at the Bank of Bluntstown, and my aunt worked there part-time. Now here comes in this nice-looking, eligible bachelor to a small town.
Personally, I think Jerry Smith will go down in history as one of the most unsung heroes for the city of Alachua and all the great things that it has become.
Mr. Smith has had a much larger impact than just my career. He's been a great friend. When I first moved here in Alachua, I didn't know anybody. You know, when they had business events or civic activities, Jerry always tucked me under his wing and would introduce me to people. If it wasn't for him, really, I wouldn't have got to know a lot of the people in the community.
So let me say this, I can remember my dad coming home when I was probably in high school and was very excited about the fact that we had the opportunity to have a new banker come to Alachua, and he was excited because he felt like it was going to be an opportunity to have someone come and be more aggressive and support the local community and businesses with loans and different services to help the community grow. And I remember him talking about this young man coming in with his family and being going to be a real big asset to Alachua, and he was real excited about it. So that's the first time I heard about Jerry Smith.
Jerry's the kind of person that I could and do look up to. He just sets a good example of by his community involvement, by his business acumen and involvement. Is just something, if you want to be successful, try to follow his example.
Well, Jerry, I know how much you like the Gators and everything like that. I always like to kid around with him about Gators and FSU, and he'd always laugh, but then I think he'd turn his head and go, "Arr."
My name is Jerry Smith. I've lived in Alachua for 50 years this year. I decided after I went to Chipola Junior College in Marianna for 2 years, I decided that I'd major in banking and finance. I was always interested in helping people, and I figured through the bank I could do that.
We drove back through Alachua and met Mr. Traxler down at the bank and looked around the town, and I think Jerry told him then he was interested in finding a small bank.
So in 1971, he gave me a call and said that they were ready to sell the bank. So to make a long story short, we worked out an agreement, and we actually bought the bank in July of 1971. So one day I was looking at a list of accounts, and I ran across an account that was called Alachua Chamber of Commerce. I called the signer on the account and talked to him about the Chamber of Commerce, and he said, well, we really never had a Chamber of Commerce. We opened an account and we just never did anything with it. So I said, well, do you mind if I pursue that some? And he said, no, we'd be glad to have you do that. So I called some people around town, asked them what they thought about it, and they all thought it was a good idea, maybe start the Chamber of Commerce for real. Yes, obviously I didn't do all of this by myself. We had a lot of members, a lot of businesses in the community, a lot of volunteers that have helped us tremendously over the years, and I feel like I should maybe share this award with them, because they're the ones that came in and helped us out all the years since.
You know, when thinking about choosing somebody to be in our first Hall of Fame for the Alachua Chamber of Commerce, very, very quickly, top of the heap is Jerry Smith. And it just warms me to know that he has won this award tonight. And I hope everyone else will help me in celebrating this great achievement.